I think we just want to focus on what we have, where we are, and on the pipeline and our plans, what we are having. So that's Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Romania. I think we just want to continue building our position on Polish and Romanian market, continue building up on the track record we already have in Czech and Slovak market as a developer. We had very active year on the capital market, so a lot of JVs we created, a lot of assets we disposed, and we have nothing to sell next year, so we're gonna be back focusing more on development and on leasing. We have many of our sites permitted recently, and we are in talks with potential occupiers, potential tenants, and that's what our focus is gonna be. So we will be also back more active with the banks, where across our markets and across the countries where we operate, we don't see any issue with the willingness to finance logistics. So everything seems to be pretty stable for us for next year, and we also expect that slowly but surely the leasing demand will come back. I think many people, when they make these statements, they are referring to something what is already happening or has happened. So I think we've seen last 3-4 quarters a slowdown in leasing activity, and I think that's behind us, and I think it's bottomed somewhere third quarter this year, and I think it's going to pick up. Not each country will pick up the same way. Slowly, I think tenants and occupiers are pushed to make moves, to make decisions. With them, it's similar with real estate. If there has been difficult times and periods of times for real estate investors or developers, many basically take the strategy of doing nothing and waiting. And with tenants and occupiers, it's the same. So where there is uncertainty, when there is a difficult geopolitical situation, then occupiers also prefer doing nothing, but they also come to the point where they have to make changes. Logistics is not about status quo and doing the same thing the longest time possible, but it's about seeking for more efficient operations, seeking for changes and opportunities. Not always what people from real estate realize, that our occupiers have to change. They have to change their business models, they have to change geographies, they have to relocate, they have to move, they have to expand. They are in new tenders, they have to grow their business, and they are active. And temporarily, they might be affected by the changes on the market and in their businesses, which makes them unable to make decisions at some period of time, but always they will be forced to make a move. I think so. I think we proved our business model to the banks where we operate longer. From very beginning, we said we're going to develop, we're going to finance with you the development, and then we're going to sell. And then we will see if you're going to be able to stay on the asset or not, depending on the new buyer. All our financing partners stayed on the assets after our disposals, after exits. Basically, we have almost no debt at the moment, and that's for the Central European countries. And everybody's pretty much all the financing, potential financing partners and banks are willing to look at the new projects with us. So I think with track record and with understanding our business model and with seeing also our leasing performance, banks are becoming more comfortable. And I think also the numbers a little bit stabilized. So on the cost side, we see that the construction costs also a little bit stabilized. So the spread between exit yield and yield on cost is more stable and proven by a lot of comparables and a lot of track record on the market. And banks are basically continue to be comfortable with logistics.